What do we exactly mean by getting started with SEO-led content, and especially within 3 days?
Yeah, so first of all, thanks for having me on your show. We have known each other for quite some time now, and it's a pleasure to be talking to you always. Coming to your question, when it comes to SEO, what the general notion is that it takes a hell lot of effort to start with SEO. And I have been trying to break that inertia, bust that myth by consistently talking about how you can get started with SEO in as less as 3 days. I've been interacting with a lot of startup founders as part of my job. I run a marketing agency called Skalegrow, and one of our target audiences is startups and early stage companies. And a lot of them have not even started actively investing in SEO, and they think most of them are not doing it because they think it's a lot of effort and a lot of money to actually start doing it. And like I said, I wanted people to shift from that mindset and look at SEO as something very light, but at the same time you get it right only if you know how to do it right. But the time frame is not 3 months, 4 months. You can get started with SEO in as less as 3 days. It will take it will take time for you to see results. That's not what I'm talking about, but purely in terms of getting started, publishing a piece of content, if you have the will, you can do it in 3 days. And why is it important? SEO is a long-term game, right? And takes time to work. And the earlier you start, the better. So speed is absolutely critical. If a competitor of yours is taking 3 months to get started with SEO, and if you can do that in 3 days, you are far ahead in the journey already. So that's why it is important.
Thanks, Naseef, for sharing this. Before we get into details of the approach, let me share a few misconceptions related to SEO that I've come across. Being a marketer, a lot of our friends come to us and say that, "Hey, bro, can you fix my SEO? It's just a one-time task. Can you help me with that?" No, the reality is SEO is not just a one-time task. It requires the ongoing efforts to adapt to changes in algorithms and the market dynamics. Um,
Exactly.
and I remember talking to a colleague few days back. We just went to Ahrefs and saw that how many backlinks are there for us vis-a-vis our competitors, and we could see that okay, we have little less backlinks as compared to them. So the notion here is more backlinks might give us better results. Again, no, quality and relevance of backlinks matter more than the quantity. Few people
Right.
talk about, hey, content doesn't matter, focus on technical SEO. Again, no. Quality content is extremely vital for engagement and tracking. So these are few of the misconceptions that I have come across, but I would love to hear it from you. What are the misconceptions that are there related to search engine optimization?
There are plenty actually. The very first one I would want to start with is SEO is not dead. There are a lot of people who are saying in the era of ChatGPT and AI, SEO is dead, but that's not true. It still works, and that's still something that I suggest to a lot of my clients at ScaleGrow. The second thing is that not many still understand that SEO cannot work magic in a few days. You can get started with SEO in 3 days, but it will take you some time to start seeing some results. So stay away from the idea that you start blogging today and you will start getting leads tomorrow. That is not going to happen in reality. The third one is many even SEO, not just founders or marketers, but even some SEO professionals tend to go purely with keyword volume and competition all the time. And this there is nothing wrong with the approach, but you might be missing out on another opportunity if you are purely going by that, because a lot of newer keywords that are emerging in a space which might not have the necessarily which might not necessarily have large enough historical keyword volume, but are relevant to be spoken about. Right? An example would be trending topics in your Indian industry, which if you put in to an SEO tool, you will not find large enough volume, or you might not even find enough data. So you basically don't just go with keyword volume or competition, but also look at industry trends. The fourth thing is that people think SEO is something that you should invest only after your business achieves a certain level of maturity. I have LinkedIn, I am running Google Ads, so I'll get leads from that now, and I will invest in SEO only 6 months later. But like I said in the beginning, SEO is a long-term game, and the earlier you start, the better. So it's not something that you should do once your business achieves funding or reaches a certain level of revenue. The last thing, which is kind of related to the theme of the topic, is that SEO is one of the channels that has the least barrier to entry. If you want to do video marketing, that is very time consuming. Building an email list takes time. Google Ads might not work if you really don't have good supporting content. So start start with SEO today, because it's one of the channels where the barrier to entry is very, very less. So these are some of the misconceptions. There could be many more, but these are the most common ones that I have come across.
Great, Naseef. Thank you so much for sharing that.